Hey, what's up everyone? GameDad here. Now, recently I showed off a couple of things that I recently picked up, one being a Street Fighter 2 arcade cab that I am going to do a restoration series on, but the other was this guy right here, and that is a Williams Comet Pinball machine. Now, this is the very first pin I have ever owned, and I am super excited because I've gotten the basic kind of electronics from a cursory glance kind of working, and recently I've ordered some parts and stuff, that way I can start doing the restoration on this. So I wanted to just take this opportunity to show everyone what it is that I'm going to be starting with, because I'm going to start with the cosmetics on it. It's going to make the biggest difference. Since the electronics are basically working, they do need some tweaks here and there. The cosmetic changes are what's going to really make this thing stand out. So I wanted to show all of you what is coming up in a future video. That way you can see kind of all the work that's going to go into this. I'm going to try and make it just a one-part video for doing the entire exterior restoration of this, but depending on how long that takes, it might take a couple of videos. But here, let me show you all what I'm talking about. So starting here at the back of this backboard, you can see there is some definite swelling here, and the paint is looking real rough. I mean, this thing, it was stored in a garage, and it wasn't exactly the most ideal of conditions. This thing has a ton of dust on it. You can see the paint is really messed up. The wood is definitely like chipped, eaten away. And it's going to take a lot of love, a lot of sanding, a lot of Bondo and wood repair. As you can see all through here, all of this has definitely seen better days. Some sort of little gouge in here that'll need to be filled in. Now, what I'm going to have to actually do is sand all of this smooth and fill in any of the major divots in the wood, things like that. Make this a completely smooth surface. So this old original artwork is, unfortunately, there's no way for me to just repair the artwork. It needs to be completely sanded and wiped out. But I have good news for that I will show you in just a moment later in this video. But we're going to have to get this fully smoothed out, and then we're going to get it back to a nice black base. That way this can be prepped for getting some paint work done to it. Now, if you move around to the front, it is the same thing. I mean, this thing is super munched up. You can see where a lot of the wood, I don't know if it was exposed to moisture or what. That'll be part of the cleaning right there. Clean up that coin box. I mean, the graphics are almost entirely gone on it right here. And if we go around to the other side, this side looks significantly better. However, if I'm doing one, I'm doing them all. And as you can see right here, I mean, it's smoother, but there is so much cracking still in this paint. If you get it kind of at the right angle, you can see a lot of this. This is kind of how the entire machine is. And I don't want it like that. I want this thing to not necessarily look museum quality, but I definitely want it to look a hell of a lot better than it does right now. I learned a lot when I restored the Simpsons arcade machine about what to do, what not to do, how to really, bring something back to life. And I think a lot of that will come in handy when I'm restoring this. Now, the playfield, that is definitely going to be a different story. I do have a line on where I can get kind of a more modernized version of the playfield, where it'll have a 3M backing, plexiglass, all that kind of stuff. I'll never have to worry about waxing the playfield, and I won't have to worry about it wearing out either. So I may end up doing that, but I'm going to salvage as much of the plastics as I can. I do have new rubber bumpers that are on the way for everything. I already got the new decals for the rabbits and ducks, including the Dunk the Dummy tank up there. But the first step is going to be basically taking off all the metal, taking out everything in the backboard, all the boards, pulling the entire playfield out, taking the glass out, all that stuff, and just completely gutting this machine. That way I can get everything sanded, everything smoothed out, and a nice base black coat all over this. That way we can take a look at what is next and what I'm going to use to really bring this thing back to life. Now, normally what I would do with an arcade machine is I could just do something like this. This is a vinyl wrap. I mean, this one needs love and stuff like that. I could always just get a new vinyl wrap for this and be good to go. However, this pinball machine predates vinyl wraps on stuff. This was all painted. Now, I don't know if it was hand painted or how they did it in the factories, but I found this super awesome website called Pinball Pimp. And the main thing that this person does is they create stencils. And they don't just create, generic stencils. These are like crazy, like adhesive backed stencils with transfer paper and everything in them. And they go as far as they tell you exactly what color, they tell you what order to place these in to do the different color. They give you the full left and right, the front, the back. They give you everything you need to do, including special registration marks so that you can line everything up, because like this cabinet, it's yellow and orange, at least it is right here, but the actual original color, you can very clearly see it's orange right here. The original color is actually yellow and red. So this thing, it's got the yellow areas. It's telling you, paint yellow color first. This is the head unit right here, and this is the first color that goes on the right side. And then right here, they have the right side, and red, paint that color last. You line everything up. They have everything for the coin area right here, the little flames that go up. Here we go, the left side of the head unit. And then they have both actual sides of the pin. So here you can see, let's see, there is that whole tent with the little sphere, all the different colors. You can see that this is only the red color, which would normally be right here, although it looks orange because it's super faded and in crappy condition. But I'll be able to lay this thing out, get that color put down, then you go get the next one, you line it up, and now you can get the other color in there. And this is what is going to help me bring this thing back to life. It is definitely a multi-day process doing these stencils, because you have to wait long enough for everything to properly cure and dry before you put the next stencil on, and make sure that you do it properly. So the next video, I'm going to try to get the entire process all into one video, but it is something that could take a couple of them, just because it will probably take me a couple weekends to get all of the painting done on this machine. But whenever it's done, it should look fantastic, provided, I don't screw it up. I've been watching a ton of videos on how to use these Pinball Pimp stencils, and I think I got it down, so only time will tell, and we will see how all of this comes out. I mean, here's another example of what it looks like up here. There's the yellow and what is now orange, but supposed to be red. So that's gonna be crazy when all of this is completely redone, looking smooth, looking brand new. It's gonna make this machine it's gonna take it to the next level. Original artwork is always awesome, but I think the majority of you would agree in the comments down below that this artwork is completely shot. I am not a master painter of anything, and I would not be able to do this justice without stencils or something like this, and they don't make a vinyl wrap for this. So that is my plan for the next restoration piece for the Comet Pinball machine. So there you have it, everyone. This is the formal and official start of the Williams Comet Pinball restoration series of videos. I'm going to have stuff dealing with the plastics, the electronics, all of the cosmetic work, all of this stuff. It's all going to have to get done, and I'm going to take all of you along for the ride. So hopefully you guys enjoy this content. I know I'm going to have fun making it and having fun, just getting this machine restored and learning about a pin, because I don't know anything about pinball machines except, put in a coin, hit start, and use the flippers. I don't even really know the rules of the game or anything like that. So it's definitely going to be interesting, and I hope you all enjoy coming along for the ride. Now, if you are new to the channel or you just haven't yet, please be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification bell. That way you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out, especially the videos in this series. I look forward to seeing all of your comments down in the comments below. Also, if you like what I do here and you want to help support the channel, please consider becoming a monthly Patreon sponsor. Links to that, as well as my merch store and all my social media, will be down in the description below. And with that, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you later.